Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Shadows by DC. It's my first time running a scene. Sorry, guys. The High Sirs of the Spring Court of the Lost, Claudio Donati, spoke to Miss Keeper and Miss Seeker, and he did not speak to his keeper.
Oh boy.
Nobody. He spoke to Miss Seeker, texted her, and let her know that the gentleman that he knows, his best friend, that can speak to ghosts, is free this afternoon and would be happy to meet her. And he arranged for her to meet his rather broody friend at a restaurant cafe called the Little Sin in French, which I can't pronounce. Ignore us people from Louisiana who can't pronounce a French name. So she, as I understand it, Miss Seeker did arrive a few minutes late. If she looks around, she'll see there's a small crowd in this cafe. She's been told that it's Fae friendly. And she'll notice that there is a gentleman sitting in a booth by himself, nursing a cup of coffee, and he's wearing hospital scrubs, a pair of neat sneakers, a hoodie, backpack sitting next to him, all of it very neat. And he certainly looks like he did just check out of the Armand Asante Clinic for Broody Intensity, without question.
She'll walk over to him, um, wearing, just jeans and a t-shirt. Her hair's up in a really messy bun, and actually, no, yeah, she's got a bag, and sticking out of the bag is the head of a small little Emperor Tamarin, and he looks very happy, and his tongue is sticking out, as in the picture. And she'll walk over to him, and she'll sit down and say, "Hey, the guy that I was, told to meet with, the one who was always like really broody?"
His jaw will drop, but she notices that there's a slight look of amusement in his eyes. And he'll just kind of shake his head and murmur something about Claudio. And he'll say, "Yeah, I am."
It's great to meet you. I hope you don't mind that I already sat down or anything, Lucy. I didn't want to just kind of like waste time, and I've been walking around a lot. I'm a seeker, by the way. I don't think we've met. And she'll stick her hand out.
He'll shake her hand. She'll notice he has very steady hands, by the way. Um, he'll say, Will Morgan, but you can call me Will.
Great to meet you, Will. And she'll get this kind of like scandalous, mischievous kind of look on her face, and she'll lean in and say, "So, I hear you speak to ghosts."
From time to time, yes. Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I do too.
He'll smile. How do you do it?
I just cast a spell, and then it allows me to see through the gauntlet into the twilight.
That's not how I do it, but
How do you do it?
well, when I was younger, I noticed I could see things. Just things, kind of. I don't really know how to describe it. It started speaking to people who weren't there, and I began to just notice. I don't really know how to mention it, or how to explain it. I kind of like roll his wrist, his hand, like kind of trying to like find the right word. It's just like there was this different reality in front of me. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Okay.
That being said, I also grew up in very strange circumstances, so
She'll tilt her head to the side, kind of like a curious dog, and she'll just go, What do you mean by that? If you want to talk about this sort of stuff, I know like you guys don't really like talking about all of that. So like if that's like personal matters, then don't worry about it. I don't want to like
Oh, no. And this actually has nothing to do with, well, no, it does, but it doesn't. Um, my, how much did Donati tell you about the Lost?
Unfortunately, not a lot. I'm gonna have to go bug him about that later because I really, really want to know more about you guys. Like, is it? I'm not trying to be rude. I know it can be like really bad, especially if it goes by the stories. You guys were just taken and left in your place was like a sickly fey child. Is that like how it goes? And
It can. Um, but there's other things that can happen. I, he'll kind of bite his lip, and because he wouldn't normally be so open, but Claudio put her in touch with him.
oh
Um,
boy.
so he's kind of letting his guard down a little bit.
Mhm.
When I was 5, my twin sister, Mary, and I were we were playing in the woods by our house. And this is a different time, you know what I mean? This is a time when you can go out in the street until the lamps came back on. Your parents would kick you out, wouldn't think anything of it.
Mhm.
And we were playing together in the woods, and my sister was running ahead of me, and we came across this woman, this beautiful woman made of light, and she took my sister. She just took her. She said she wanted to make her a princess, and she would be her daughter. And she begged her to take me too, but she didn't. Apparently, she wanted a princess. Didn't really need me, so she left me. And my sister went missing. I went back home. I told them everything. I told them that a lady made of light had taken my sister. That's what had happened. And they said that the shock of it had driven me mad. That I was hallucinating, and that I was, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Time I started noticing that I was seeing other things. That I was seeing things that other people couldn't see. And it became too much for my parents. They had me. I sort of grew up in an asylum. I just stopped talking. I stopped. I just stopped. Without my twin there, without Mary there, I couldn't.
She'll she'll take the little tamarind out of her purse and offer it to him and say, I'm not he's really good at cuddles.
Kind of lift his brows.
Yeah, his name is Gerald, and he was actually kind of given to me to keep me company and stuff like that because there, um, yeah, some reasons and everything. But he's really good at snuggles, and she'll kind of like offer him out. And Gerald just, you know, he does not look like a spirit of intelligence. He's just like cuddles.
Squeak!
Kinda, yeah.
He'll kind of tentatively take the tamarind and pet it, like, well, then, we're holding a tamarind. He'll say, this would be very strange for me if I didn't have chickens.
You have chickens, really?
I have Seabright chickens.
Ooh.
An heirloom flock. I have no idea what that means. He'll just shake his head like, I got nothing.
It's really cool.
No, they're little white chickens with like black outlines on the edge of their feathers, so they look like somebody hasn't colored them in a coloring book. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
One time I got really, really wine drunk and I colored them in.
That's amazing.
It was pretty cool. My daughter was a little, yeah, but
It's great. Though I am like, I'm really sorry to hear about what you had to go through. That's have
I'll shrug.
have you ever found her or heard rumor of her again? Maybe
I
she
know what happened
escaped.
to her.
Oh, well, the way you put that made it sound like really, really bad. So I'm not gonna ask, so you don't have to bring up any more memories like that.
Well, I'd love to say that it's not something that basically just kind of simmers at the back of my mind at all points in times, but it sort of does. So, I don't really. It's not that I don't like to talk about it. I guess I don't. But not in a. I guess not in an aggressive way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's nothing there to. The story isn't a good one. It's just very sad.
Nowadays, most stories aren't really good. It's become so depressing.
I mean, I have some
Even when
good
you think they're
stories.
gonna. Well, I mean, yeah, but when you kind of weigh it, it never truly outdoes the bad. And even when you think it's going to turn out to be a good story, it usually has some sort of bad ending. Especially nowadays. Like, you think it'll be a fairy tale ending, but then you know, the antagonist comes in and it's just kind of like, not today, guys.
Fairy tale ending, or what I'm used to, doesn't exactly have good connotations.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe I should not say fairy tale endings because the fairy tale endings were actually never all that good either. Disney tale endings. There we go.
I'm actually, and strangely, a very large fan of Disney.
Disney's some of them, some of their movies are okay, but then like others, it's just kind of like, you know,
I have a 12-year-old daughter, so.
ah, yeah, that would do it. She probably never stopped singing Frozen songs. I bet.
Let it go, let it go. No. That and kids. Mm, kids will, they, they like to do the little things from the movie and end up in the ER all the time. Pediatrics was my specialty for a very long time.
Oh wow.
And then I
Um.
moved to emergency medicine.
Oh boy, that must get really hectic really fast.
I just, when I had my daughter, I just kind of, well, shrug. I just, it may sound strange, but it felt strange having a child and taking care of children.
Hmm.
I had a stepdaughter already, but she came to me not too young.
Yeah, that's understandable. Um.
Her father is lost, actually.
Really?
Well, he was. He passed on.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Eh, he cheated on my wife with me, so I really don't care. Other way, other way, other way. He cheated on me. No, my wife. Who kind of like fingers air, trying to think of it. It's like he's calculating fucking physics over here. Okay, okay, okay. Let's back this up.
Okay.
My wife, who had a child with him, cheated on me with him when he returned.
Ah. Okay. That's wow. That's kind of shitty. That's a lot shitty.
It was pretty shitty. He'll nod.
Yeah, that is like super shitty.
Little shrug. I don't know why I volunteered that, actually. He'll just kind of tilt his head.
She'll smile widely and say, "Oh, I don't know. I've been told I kind of have that effect on people, like they just feel free to talk to me or something. I don't know. Then again, some people just like really don't like me because I talk so much. It just really depends on the person.
I can't really see why. As long as you don't expect me to talk as much as you do, we're fine.
Oh no, I never expect people to talk as much as I do. It's kind of really bad. I know I get on a lot of my kind's nerves. Other people on the same path as I do. A lot of them are kind of most of them are broody, and I'll admit I have my broody times when all I want to do is continue my work. But yeah, we're really bad workaholics, to be completely honest. Like that's kind of one of the stereotypes of my my group.
You're saying this to an ER doctor? Just to
Yeah,
point it out.
well, I mean, your job is to help bring people back from like the brink of death or
Sure.
stuff like that. Well, maybe not the brink of death, because I'll admit I've gone to the ER for some pretty silly things too.
Mhm.
Um, that aren't, I wasn't immediately going to die. Um, but it's just, you guys are there to help people, and my group we tend to focus on death a lot. Just,
I
and
would genuinely prefer that somebody come to the ER instead of not getting help, instead of stroking out and being brought in an ambulance when I can't really do anything.
mhm.
It's very frustrating to have to sit there and hold somebody's hand while you realize their family members just didn't get them in time.
Yeah,
General rule of thumb, if you're ever experiencing a medical emergency and you pass out, please, please call the ambulance for that person. I had someone almost die because they were having an asthma attack, and their significant other just didn't really think anything of it when they passed out during the asthma attack. They could have killed the person, honestly.
well, the thing is, it's it's not like a lot of people have insurance, and ambulance rides are very expensive. The same thing as going to a doctor. So some people, because they just cannot afford it, just don't go. And so,
The healthcare system in this country makes me want to stop doing what I do. But
you'll
the
not.
healthcare in this country is why I do what I do.
Mhm. I understand. I'm actually going to school for nursing at the moment. I'm on my second year. I'm so close to being done.
Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying it?
Hmm? Um, yeah, it's not so bad. Like it's it's good to help people. Um, yeah.
You have a specialty that you want to go to?
Um, Not at the moment. Not really. I'm just kind of just going around for a little bit and just seeing. Maybe okay.
Once you do rotations, probably find what you favor there. There's only one field of medicine I can't do to save my life. And I'll tell you what that field is when I get back. I have to grab something from my car really quick.
Okay. Take your time.
He'll smile and he'll excuse himself for a second, and as will I. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Commercial!
Doodle-doodle-doo.
Lunch must be grounded.
Ooh, lunch.
You will walk back in.
Oh, and I will just say, unless he specifically put him down, Gerald was just sitting on his shoulder the entire time.
Yeah, why not? So he'll sit down. And he'll say labor and delivery.
Oh yeah, that's. I don't think I could ever do that.
Nope. I threw up when my own daughter was born. It almost cost me my rotations. I was so
Oh no.
I can do anything. I can dig into a cadaver. I can deal with oncology. I can deal with proctology. I can deal with urology. I can do anything. Cardiology. I don't care. In fact, like we're into infections, infectious disease. I don't care. You can show me the most pulsing, bloody, pussy abscess, and he'll hold his hands up like whatever. But the second an amniotic sac ruptures, he just shrugs like, I don't know.
She'll nod. Say, yeah, I completely understand that. It's it's not easy. And she'll kind of she'll just kind of lean back in the chair and she'll kind of place her arms over her stomach. She'll say, yeah,
Is something wrong?
no, oh no, sorry. I was just thinking. My bad. As for your question
Okay.
earlier. Oh, my bad.
Hmm?
No, you go. Sorry.
No, I'm not trying to be rude. I was just wondering if I stumbled onto a sore subject.
No, you didn't. Um, no, I was just trying to think of an answer for what you asked earlier, the specialty. Probably pathology, more than likely. That's what I'll probably go into.
That's fine. It's a good field. I considered it actually when I was getting into things, but I'll shake his head. I ended up going into dual specializing in emergency medicine and pediatrics. I do a lot of work with Doctors Without Borders.
That's awesome.
And smile. Although it did lead to a very interesting internship and residency in Brazil. I was just kind of like,
Oh, that sounds like a story. I want to hear.
no, there's like 8 million stories, and they all
Well,
start with, so this one time in the slums. Like this one time in the slums, my partner and I were in a clinic. And when I say clinic, I'm pretty sure that your average inner city pharmacy is better equipped. And we had this group, this gang of fellows burst into the clinic with kicked everybody out at gunpoint. Get me and my associate there, my buddy, and they drag us into the when I say operating theater, I'm fairly certain that I don't know, the infirmary on Serenity was probably better equipped. And
I mean,
so,
that was a pretty good infirmary, to be completely honest, on Serenity.
actually true, that's pretty true. I wouldn't mind that infirmary sometimes. So, is that sad that that's the state of the healthcare system in the world? But so we get in there, and they got this guy bleeding out from his head. Now, I'm going to point out, by the way, that anytime somebody is bleeding from their head, not their face, but their head, I automatically just kind of know that I need to buckle up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's bleeding from his head. He's been shot in the head. And his buddy, his compadre, is screaming at me at the top of his lungs to fix him. Didn't. He'd kill me.
Holy shit. Like, does he not know that getting shot in the head just sort of, the brain's there and, a bullet through the brain typically doesn't end well?
There's a lot there. We're
Yeah,
gonna roll with
kinda.
him. No, but I mean, it's either not as bad as you'd think, or it's the worst thing that could happen. There's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally no gray zone right there, and which is funny because it's all, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's all gray matter, except it's not at all.
Mm-hmm.
But this wasn't anything. This was your buddy's basically dead, just all of it hasn't caught up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's screaming at me, he's screaming at my friend. We're going to die. It's that simple. And, but I did the best I could. I got him on the table. I told him basically, I'm not going to be able to save your friend. It's that simple. I'll try my very best, but your buddy is circling the drain. He's gone, That's not what I wanted to hear. And he died. And so did my buddy, actually.
Oh. And she'll kind of get this really remorseful look on her face, and Gerald will, since he was still on the shoulder, he'll just kind of press his cheek against Will's.
Aw, I ship him now. He'll nuzzle him.
Gerald is the therapy Tamron.
I see that. Got a fucking braised beard though. Make him a mighty dwarf.
Yes.
But he'll nuzzle him for a moment and kind of tap his nose. He's like, that story didn't. I'm sorry, that didn't end on a high. I'm trying to think of one that ended on a high note.
I mean, like I said earlier, there's not a lot of stories lately that do end on high notes.
I got shot
Unfortunately.
in the shoulder, and the nurse that patched me up was hot. I mean, it was that. There was one time.
Oh my god.
There was the one time an entire pack of prostitutes came in needing treatment for STI and wanted to pay us in trade.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, 5 of them. And these weren't like daytime hookers. These were like woof. I have an itch. I'll trade you for antibiotic. What? Now I have an itch. Great. No. I decided to take the St. Jude route. I just gave him the medicine.
Yeah, that's just wow. Damn.
I don't have anything against the lifestyle or the payment for pleasure. That's not my issue. I just myself would prefer not to employ my sex. I don't think it sets a really good example for that 13-year-old daughter of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, say hi to Bambi.
Oh my god.
She's mommy for the day. I paid her $50 extra to go to your recital.
Oh my god.
You'll just chuckle.
If you ever want, and I just kind of offer this to everybody, because I mean, it's a service that can be used. If you ever wish to speak to anyone again who has died, I am able to call them if they have left a ghost. Occasionally they don't, or they move on after time. So, yeah, I'm not sure if you can call them or not. If so, then I apologize for the offer. I'm not really sure how it that sort of stuff works for you guys.
I'll shrug. I don't mind the offer. I don't really need it, more out of a sense of the fact that I just don't have anyone that I have unfinished business with. I also try not to focus on the dead too much. I'm having enough trouble focusing on the living, for God's sake. You ever feel sometimes like life is passing you by too fast?
She'll give him a very, very blank stare. Then she'll just smile very widely and say, I'm Amoros. To become what I am, I had to die and experience death. I understand that at any time death will come for me again, and I understand this, so I do understand that life is fleeting. And you must grab it by the reins and enjoy it while you can, otherwise you will end up, on your deathbed, if you get that far, and you will finally understand that everything you thought was important suddenly wasn't. And you have wasted your precious life just trying to fit in. I actually knew someone who was just so focused on his job that he thought he was a mage like myself. He was a part of the more militaristic order that we have called the Arrow. And he always thought that the way his life would end would be in a body bag after being killed by something or other that he was hunting. I don't know. He was a drunkard too. His life was in shambles, but I helped him try to enjoy life, which was kind of funny. He was actually his path awakens in Arcadia. So he's supposed to be the happy-go-lucky, magical one. I'm the death mage, right? So it was kind of ironic in how the order or the roles were reversed in that. But in the end, he did end up in a body bag for a brief time, anyway.
You know that look somebody has on their face when you said something that may have struck a little too close to home?
Oh boy. I mean, not gonna lie, she's got that look too.
You both have that look going.
Oh my god.
You kind of bite his lip. There's this... He'll shrug like I don't even know what the fuck I'm about to say. Theater thing. This review. It's a Gershwin thing. Donati was basically bugging me with tickets for it. He said I need to get out. I have 2 tickets available for me. Do you want to go?
Oh, sure. When would it be? Just so I can,
He'll
get off work.
up and I'll call Donati. And I'll say, Lucci, you remember that, I don't know, that thing you wanted me to, the Gershwin thing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Are those tickets still available? Okay, sure. Oh, when is it? And he'll kind of he'll drop his phone down and I'll say, actually, it's Friday night at 7:30.
Okay. I should be available. I will mention that Gerald will probably try and sneak in because he goes everywhere with me. So.
Whatever. He'll say, yeah, sure. Yeah, if you could swing those tickets by the house, I'd appreciate you. Yeah, sure. Yep. And he'll kind of He'll smile from something that Lucci said, and he'll hang up.
Sounds like fun. What you said it was like a theater kind of thing, so it's gonna be showing.
It's a review of Gershwin pieces. So like Rhapsody
Oh,
in Blue, and I don't know what else. Like I don't. It's not my thing. I don't theater and like arts and that and the stuff. But I know I need to. I keep making excuses. I keep saying, "Oh no, I'm this and that." Oh no, Sam. Sammy's at home. Blah blah. She's 13. She can watch herself. Toss on some Doctor Who
yeah,
for her. Fucking order her a pizza. And I mean, I work for that. Not like
yeah.
to the point that I can't, take a show in, for God's sake. I have the morning swing shift. So,
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I say, it's always good to go out and try to live while you can, because death does love to come at the most inconvenient times.
I also need a reason to wear that suit I bought the other day. My daughter dragged me to the mall and then dragged me to Armani.
Realizing that this is probably a formal event, her eyes will go wide and she will say, "Does that mean I have to wear a dress?"
I don't. He'll shrug. Probably. Have
You
you
know
ever
what?
seen Have you ever seen Anastasia?
The little animated movie.
Yeah, the one with Bartok. You get that whole scene with the dress with the white gloves and the that thing. You know the scene I'm talking about?
It's been a while since I've seen that movie, to be completely fair.
He'll pull his phone out, pull it up, slide it over to her. It's one of the most famous scenes in the movie. I'll show you later again.
Okay.
I'll smile like that.
Just kind of shrug and say, I just, dresses are kind of like my bane.
What about a
Wanna show up
pantsuit?
in a suit? Yeah, I was gonna. I have a suit. I have a couple because I love suits. Like they're so awesome. Like especially when they're tailored just right. I love them. You
Oh
guys
my
are so
God,
lucky.
Lucci. Oh, hear the word smoke leave his mouth one more time. Oh my God. Though I do have to admit, well, no, I shouldn't say that.
Shouldn't say what. I'm curious.
I don't want you to think I mean anything unbecoming by it.
Nah. Besides, I'm like incapable of holding grudges.
You are as lovely as Claudio said you were.
Oh, and she just looks very stunned for a moment. Oh,
He said that he was enchanted by you and that your voice held him captivated. And then he'll smile.
oh, well, um, he did mention that I reminded him of somebody, so I guess that could be why.
I know who you remind him of, actually.
Who?
It'll remind him of the Spring King.
Oh yeah, him.
Yes, you look like Asher.
Oh, and then she'll kind of get this she'll like narrow her eyes and look down, kind of thinking to herself for a moment. She'll nod and say, "Okay."
We can't have children, just in case you're wondering. Well, not we, I can. Obviously, I have one. But the Lost can't have children, just in case you were worried.
Okay. Yeah, because I never knew my parents, so anytime somebody's like, "Oh, you remind me of this person," I'm just like, "How old are they?" Because they could, you know.
I believe, I think, he'll kind of think for a moment. I think, I don't mean to be rude. How old are you?
um, I'm
Oh, like
25.
20? Yeah, 25, okay. Oh, he'll kind of chew us up. Oh.
I look a lot older than normal because
No.
most death, well, I don't look that old, but most death mages typically do tend to look a lot older because we're idiots and we
No,
deal with death on a daily basis.
I was going to say that you could be too young, but the king has only been he'll kind of like look like oops. The king had not been taken by that point. And he was not taken as a child, he was taken as an adult.
Oh boy.
Kind of tap his lip like I well then um
Wait, what do you mean by that?
no
I thought you said you guys couldn't have kids.
no but okay so when we're taken when not we he literally seems to forget he's not lost himself. Like it seems like entrenched in his core that he is we. You get it?
Hmm.
And it's a little bit weird. Not weird like in a creepy sense, just in a like, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll bite his lip and he'll say, when the lost are taken, it changes their anatomy, their being so much when they come back they can't really they're not mortal essentially anymore. Do you follow?
Hmm.
But if someone had children before they left, we'll kind of shrug.
Ah, I got you. I got you. Okay. Oh boy.
I'm going to show you the picture of the Spring King so you understand.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll say he has mortally his we oh god he'll just shake his head and look up. The lost have a face that they present to the mortal world, and mortally the king has the same hair color you have.
Oh. Okay.
That being said, red hair is not exactly uncommon.
Yeah.
Although I really do not understand why we call what is very clearly orange red.
Yeah. Probably just because orange head doesn't sound as good as red head, you know?
Orange head sounds like an insult.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Probably
laughing
far.
deeper than me. I can't. It's making me laugh so hard I can't hold my voice that low. But he's laughing. It's just not quite as like loud as I am. He's just chuckling. That's it.
Yeah,
That's our new insult. We're calling people orange head from now on.
that is completely fine with me. Like, it sounds great. Orange heads.
Damn orange head! He'll shake his fist. It sounds almost racist. But nothing to do with redheads. It sounds racist, but not towards redheads.
Exactly. Oh, it's so great.
Oh
Oh, it's so
god.
terrible.
Okay. I do have a daughter who's about to get off school. I told her I'd walk her home.
Oh yeah, you should definitely go do that.
So, um, he'll kind of pull his phone out, exchange numbers with her. I guess we can probably catch dinner or something before the theater thing. I don't know. That's what people do, right?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't been on I
I'll
haven't done that
shrug,
sort of thing
whatever.
in yeah. It's been years since I've done that sort of thing, so I don't know. You were asking the wrong person.
If you get to bring your tamarind, can I bring my chicken?
Look, that is completely fine with me because Gerald will probably ride it around like a small little, mount.
No, no, no. It's too small.
Gerald's only like 10 inches. He's not that big either.
But so is my chicken. My chicken's
Look,
tiny.
then it
It's
will be
little. You can put it in my two
then it'll be
hands.
comical. It'll be
Her
comical
name,
then. It'll be great.
it's true. True. You can ride my cat, but my chicken's name is Athena, and my cat's name is Toshi.
That's great.
I know, right?
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I mean, if you want to bring your chicken, that's fine.
I just had a really bad thought. He'll just shake his head.
What? Releasing it in the
Nope.
theater and letting it go nuts? What? What then?
What?
What was your thought then? I want to know.
Just grin at her.
Oh, don't you give me that look. Tell me.
No. He'll just shake his head.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, okay. Challenge me for it. Fight
Challenge
me
you.
IRL outside. Oh, just kidding.
Okay, that's fine. And she'll stand up and she's like, okay, come on.
What?
Which is kind of funny because she's only like 5'1" and itty bitty.
Yeah, what? He'll shrug and he'll get up. Because I don't think you out of game knows what Paladin of Shadows means.
Nope.
So yeah, he'll go outside with her.
Wait. You know what Tim's always saying? This character is a combat character. I'm gonna make his ass
What?
watch the scene later and just be like, no.
You're gonna have to go through all the exposition and the awkward flirt and get to the point where she kicks his ass. So yeah, he'll go out with her to the parking lot. He'll just cross his arms. Mind you,
my
he's like
bad.
6'1", but
He's a foot taller than her.
he's got his arms crossed, backpack slung over one shoulder. He'll unzip his hoodie.
And she'll cross her arms and she's got Gerald sitting on her shoulder, his tongue out, looking a silly little Tamarin as always. And she'll walk up to him and she'll just be like, okay, come on, you can hit me first, ladies first.
Do you even bend down for you?
And she'll just kind of like,
You can hear me down there.
I can hear you just fine, jackass. Thank you. And she'll just kind of like tap his foot with her foot, like a mimicry of a kick.
Oh, ow. Ow. Whoa, me.
Okay.
My foot. We're gonna have to take it off.
I mean, Gerald could probably, it'll take a while, but he could probably like gnaw it off.
Probably. You could too, though, but that's not my fetish.
Yeah, I mean, feet are so nasty. It's like, why would you, I don't understand.
Right? I don't even really understand feet. I mean, like, I understand them as like a point, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Like, they're, like, I'm not trying to, like, kink shame anybody or anything, but just, they can be.
Oh, I'm king shaming. Whatever. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
He'll grab her. He'll playfully kind of grab her arm and spin her, and like catch her up, like holding her.
And she'll just go along with it, and Gerald's holding on for dear life. Oh.
He'll grab her wrists on each hand and like cross her hands over her chest and just wait for her to do anything.
She'll stand there for a moment and then she'll just kind of kick his foot with hers again. It's not a very tough kick or anything.
I think I'm winning.
No, I'm winning. Obviously.
No, obviously you're winning. You're getting in the hits. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you were all like, you were gonna have to take your foot off. So I did a great hit, obviously. So since I won this fight, you should tell me what that thought was.
I forgot, actually.
Are you serious? No!
I'm dead serious.
No!
He'll tickle her.
And she will try to look as serious as she possibly can while trying not to laugh.
He's getting the deep, like, stomach tickles in, too.
She'll try. It's not working.
He'll let go of her and step back. I actually forgot what it was. I'm sure
You're
it was some
sick.
juvenile. I'm positive it was some juvenile joke about choking my chicken in the theater or something. He'll just shrug.
Oh my, why would you do that to your chicken?
Honey, think about it.
Like, I know what you mean. I know the
Oh, okay, good. No, I love my Athena. She's beautiful. I'd take you to see her, but that seems kind of weird. I mean, if you want, we can go see her.
I mean, well, you said you had to go pick up, your daughter from school, so.
It's true. I do have to go pick up my daughter. If I didn't have to take my daughter, I would awkwardly take you to my house to see my chicken.
I mean, like, like I said earlier, I don't mind if you go and bring, Athena to the theater and, the dinner. Like, I can see her then.
I am about 1000% positive they would, though. It's chicken. Regardless of how well behaved she is, she's a chicken.
Look, I bring a monkey everywhere.
You said he's a
And then,
service monkey. Do you have papers for him? Is he a therapy animal?
no, he's, okay.
Okay, my chicken is like a
Um,
therapy chicken. Okay.
well, I mean, technically Gerald isn't a therapy. Gerald's not an animal. Gerald's a spirit. He's a familiar.
Okay. How about this? Wait here like 30 minutes and I'll bring my chicken.
Okay.
Or meet me in the park at a point down the street and I'll bring my chicken there. And my chicken and your monkey can play. Your Emperor Tamarin, I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's a joke somewhere about a monkey and a chicken playing together, but I can't think of any right now.
Just can't do it. Nope. Okay, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
And indeed, hold on, I'm going to find a picture of this chicken for you so you can understand why he wanted to show her the damn chicken. You will understand, you will awe, and your character is going to freak the fuck out. Possibly want to like them for this. This thing is tiny, by the way. So he will go, and he'll come back, and he will hold in his two hands. He has a very, very small this. For our viewers, I will post this later. It's in Facebook. He is holding that in his hands.
Okay. Oh my god.
And he'll smile. She's on a leash, by the way.
That's even better. Oh my god.
She's on like a little harness leash.
Her eyes will light up and she'll walk over and she'll just be like, oh my god, that is adorable.
He'll smile. See? Chicken. He'll put her on the ground.
That's amazing. She's so itty bitty. I want 1,000,000.
Can we settle with one? I can get you one.
I live in a small little. I live in a basement. I honestly, I probably couldn't keep her. That's just kind of my thing. Like whenever I see a cute animal, I'm just like, I want 1,000,000. But in actuality, like Gerald will probably be the only animal I have for a while now.
One time, I knew this fae sorcerer who cast a spell that caused all of the animals within a 100-foot radius. No, it was like a mile actually, of this one fellow to want to be on him as a location.
Oh my god.
So whenever you said that, I thought about that. He died, by the way. Not the caster. The subject of said caster.
I mean, yeah, when like all these different animals within a mile radius just kind of want to sit on you, you'll probably get crushed to death one way or another, or eaten.
Was a horse.
Yeah,
I think it was a horse that finally did it.
I can see that. Yeah, like you don't even want to know how many like pictures I've seen of people handling horses in flip flops, and then like you know them having to go to the ER because the horse accidentally stepped on their foot, and like
Oh,
half
wave
their
at
foot.
her. Like, hi, I'm an ER doctor.
And she'll just wave
Did we
back.
forget?
Like, no, I didn't forget. It was just, how can I was just trying to like say that yes, I understand horses and everything like that.
You understand nothing, Jon Snow.
I understand a lot of stuff. Thank you very much.
Like what? What's like? Give me your best fact.
My best fact.
Your best fact.
My best fact.
Mm-hmm.
Um. It's not a fact so much. It's something that an order of the mages believe, but that every year, every single time that this thing called a paradox happens, it gets harder and harder for mages collectively to use magic.
Oh my.
Yeah.
One hell of a fact.
So,
Mine isn't nearly quite so grand.
well, it's not technically a fact yet. It's what's been theorized.
Okay. Then give me a fact. Like an actual fact.
A fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fact. Here you go. The supernal realm in which I am connected to is called Stygia. There you go. There's your fact, because I can't think of any other facts. Like, I have 1,000 of them at like any given time. It's just like when you actually ask me for one, I forget.
You know what my favorite fact is?
What is your favorite fact?
You know the Chupa Chups sucker, like lollipop?
I've never heard of the Chupa Chup.
You go into any like gas station and you'll find them. The little like lollipops.
I mean, there are a lot of different little brands of lollipops. I generally don't look at the name of the lollipops. I usually just get gum or Reese's. I love Reese's.
Oh Lord, but
and
no.
Twix.
I'll just shake his head. Chupa Chups. The logo was designed by Salvador Dali.
Ooh. Wow.
Good.
That's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm. His friend was the owner of the company, and he was working on branding one day and was bemoaning to old Sal there that he couldn't think of what to do for the logo, and Sal said give him a minute and grabbed some newsprint and went to work, and he made the logo.
Wow, that's like really cool.
I'll smile. I should probably get my chicken home.
But she's so cute. Look at her though.
She laid 2 eggs today. So
Dang.
it's a 2-egg kind of day.
And Sequel will just kind of like kneel down beside the chicken, and she's like ruffling the feathers and everything, and she just looks so happy, and she's just muttering, "Oh, who's a good girl? Who laid 2 eggs today?
Who ate 2 eggs this morning?" Who pointed himself? Me. What?
How dare you?
What do you eat eggs?
Why would you say that in front of her?
She doesn't understand English.
How do you know? Gerald understands English. She might understand English.
Because she's a chicken.
So? Scientists are starting to figure out that dogs actually understand what we say. Who's to say that chickens can't either?
Fine. Athena, do my taxes.
No, I said no English. Just okay, look, I know English and I don't know how to do my taxes. Okay, let's
Fine. Athena, sit. She didn't do anything. He'll just look at her like, see?
Okay, look, maybe she doesn't understand what the word means. Like they could,
For you, I will no longer speak of eating Athena's eggs in front of her. Are you happy?
she'll nod. You should also apologize to her for saying that in front of her.
I'm sorry, Athena. I didn't mean to say I ate your eggs in front of you.
Stop bringing it up. You should just say, like, I'm sorry. Why do you have to keep bringing up that you ate her eggs? Oh my god. It's horrible.
He'll just shake his head looking at her.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Like that's like me waking up and telling Gerald, just like, hey Gerald, I shaved your beard today. I've never shaved his beard.
Idiots.
He's very
Okay,
progressive
okay.
over these.
I am 5,000% certain, okay, that my chicken doesn't know English. But for you, if anything, she'd know Portuguese.
I mean, okay, you may have a bit of a point there.
I'm cultured. I speak Portuguese to my chickens.
That's actually like really cool.
They're not Portuguese or Brazilian.
I mean, but still, you know. And she'll kind of stand up and, brush the dirt off of her pants and say, but you still shouldn't, like talk about that in front of them. Like, you never know. Have you seen that movie? What was it?
The Life of Animals? Secret Life of Animals?
No. It was the kind of old one. It was claymation. It was actually kind of like really weird. But it was about like the hens escaping.
Chicken Run?
Yes. Like they understood English. They understood what was happening.
Okay, those chickens have a house, literally. Like, they are very well kept chickens. There's trim on their house. They have shutters on their house and fresh hay every day.
I mean, you still never know. Like,
Hamad. Cost less than their chicken house did. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was like $6,000 for their chicken house.
oh my god.
I love my girls. What do you want?
I mean, hey, I'm not saying that you don't. It's just, wow.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like, Chanel hay or something.
Of course.
Hold on. Okay, I'm good.
Oh boy.
You know why I'm laughing so hard, but that just cracked me up. Okay, good. Okay, he laughs softly, not as bad as I am right now, but he will laugh a little bit. So, tickets Friday. Claudio will swing by and bring him tonight, he said. I was talking to him while I was picking up Athena. Ugh. Okay.
Sounds like fun.
He did want me to ask you to tell him when you want to. He'll kind of like fingers. Yikes! I forgot. Spring King. He
Spring
said
King.
he's apparently you wanted to meet him, or was it? He couldn't remember if it was you or Zahira. Zahira, am I saying her name right?
Yeah, you're saying your name right.
Okay. He couldn't remember if it was you or Zahira that wanted to meet him, and if it was you to text him with what time and all that. There you go. I'm sure you can work from there.
Yeah, I think it was Zahira who actually wanted to go and see the Spring King. She wants to start finding the missing children.
Yes, that would be important. Yes. I could never imagine, honestly. I didn't know if you wanted to meet him because apparently you might possibly be his child, it seems. Talk about a fairy tale.
Yeah, that's something. Um,
I doubt it, to be honest.
yeah. Like, he's probably not. Because people who gave birth to me, they just kind of like left me at the hospital. So yeah.
He's very kind. His wife is a
Um,
bird.
wait, what?
His wife is a bird.
Um,
He's a tree.
he's. Well, I'm, I'm confused. Like,
The,
did you guys use life magic or something to turn him into a tree and a bird? Or are
no,
they actually like.
he's what they call a woodblood. And his wife is a, I don't remember what they're called. He'll like tap his lip. She's a loss that was shaped into a bird. She looks like a people, a human, a woman.
She looks like a people.
That's right. I don't know. Bear in mind, we've already determined that I can beat you. Okay, that I can best you in combat. So
Nope. Like, I wasn't even trying. Like,
you weren't even trying.
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Like, just wait until I actually try. You'll be blown away.
Can we not talk about blowing me away in public? Like, let's do this.
That is not what I meant, and you know it.
He'll grin so big.
See, I was just trying to have a decent conversation here about whooping your ass, and then.
Ah, I see. One of us just pointed out involving ass whooper is carrying a sword, okay? And it's not you.
It might be me. You never know.
I don't know. Where are you keeping it? He'll just shake his head.
It's with my zombie back at my house.
It's with your zombie back. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll show you my sword later. Not in the middle of public.
People would probably start freaking out.
It's a pretty mighty sword. Not gonna
Oh, I
lie.
bet. Mm-hmm. You probably like
What
to
are we
show it off
talking?
a lot.
We're still talking about weaponry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Swords. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, swords.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He blushes.
And she's just got this really wide, mischievous grin on her face.
Just kick a rock. Not bad, just shit.
Okay, to be fair, I actually don't have a sword, and I can't fight. That's why I get my zombies to fight for me.
I'll look up at her. I can fight, but I don't like to. I'm the queen's bodyguard.
Oh, nice.
The queen of my court. I'm a different court than the spring. I'm of the autumn court, and I am the queen's bodyguard.
There are different courts. Is that like you know how the mages have different orders and stuff?
They're tied to the season.
Well, I kind of guessed that when you said it was autumn court and then spring court.
And then there's the summer court and the winter court, and then there are the courts.
Oh wow. You guys must have like a lot of people then for all these courts.
It depends. They tend to congregate around the larger cities.
Yeah. Same here.
They subsist off of the dreams of people and the he'll kind of roll his hand, the glamour of the world. And tends to be in stronger concentrations around large cities. So.
I don't know about the glamour, but I do know about the like the Dream World, the Tenebros, and the One Rose, and that sort of stuff.
He'll smile. So, I do have to go. I have to get this chicken home, and I got to get my daughter squared away with homework and stuff.
Mhm.
But Friday, I'll text you in the afternoon when I get off work.
Sounds great. I can't wait.
Neither can I. So, until then.
Have a good one. Don't
No.
remember. Don't talk about, you know, in front. Yeah.
Talk about what?
Don't talk about, and she'll kind of.
He'll shrug. Okay.
One moment, sorry.
Not even.
Okay, sorry. Brother came into my room.
Not even.
She'll say, and she'll mimic eating eggs, and she'll say, "Don't talk about that in front of her, okay? I'm watching you."
I see you're watching. Oh God, you poor woman! If you're watching me, wow.
I mean, okay, to be completely fair, it probably wouldn't be me watching you. It would probably be one of my ghosty buddies watching you. But that is also like really creepy, and that it wouldn't happen. It's a metaphor. I'm not actually. And she'll just kind of shake her head.
It's cool. I can see you're crushing on me. It's okay.
What?
Hold on. Just saying. He'll pick up his chicken. He'll do the motion of tipping his hat at her. Good day, ma'am. And he will turn and walk off.
She looks so confused.
So with that confusion in place, we will end our scene. And a good time to you all. Bye.